Hi guys and welcome to Razon.com. This is Mohit Soni. What you see is what you already probably know about. This is the Honda City facelift for the year 2023. It's been a while that we got to test drive the vehicle, but here it is. We've spent almost a month with it, and what do we think about it? Well, for starters, this is the facelifted version for 2023, and it receives very minimum changes all around to keep it fresh, because the big rivals such as the Verna, Virtus, and the Slavia have come to the market, and they've come with a bang as well. So Honda had to respond in one way or the other with their most popular model for the last 25 years in the country. They have changed the vehicle in terms of cosmetics. You get a very nice new LED light headlight. You get the revised bumpers, which look very nice and sporty now. It gives it a very international spec look to the car, and this is quite impressive. It continues on the side with 16-inch alloy wheels, and the side profile remains the same. You get the chrome handle, door handles, and you get the same tail lamp and the same design at the back. Let's get inside quickly, because everything else is the same. You get the same massive space on the inside. You get your own AC vents, you get your own charging points, endless knee room, very good leg room on offer. This is actually a very good car to be chauffeur driven, one of the best cars in the segment. This is very luxurious indeed, because the leather seats also feel just right. You get an armrest which touches the seat, get a cup and can holder here, 3 pointed seat belts, 3 headrests. Sunshade is on offer, which is slightly noisy because it is a little bit plasticky. You get LED lights at the back, which are great for reading, and pockets here to make sure that you have enough space to keep some stuff, and adjustable headrests at the front and back. You get some space to keep some stuff here as well. The door pads also are just about okay to handle a bottle, and yeah, under thigh support also is just perfect. It is slightly running on the lower side for taller passengers, but me 5'11", just right, so I see myself very easily getting comfortable here, and people shorter than me will definitely be even more comfortable, and that is the reason why the Honda City sells really well. The chauffeur driven experience in this car is downright brilliant for a car of this price. At almost 17-18 lakh rupees on road in most cities in India, this is a fantastic buy. One of the reasons why, because the Honda drives also in a certain way. But let's get inside the cockpit to see what are the changes in the front. You continue to have keyless entry and go, push button start, traction control. The new feature is of course the tire pressure monitoring system, the wireless charger, which can be easily removed if you want, because it has compromised the cup holders. If you don't want it, it's very easy to remove. It almost feels like an accessory, but it's a job well done. You can keep your phone here as well, some space to keep some stuff here and here too, and reminding you what the glove box is like. No illumination or chilling here, surprisingly. But the new infotainment system here has wireless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, which is downright brilliant, works really well. The maps and everything is a great boon. You can enjoy this feature-rich infotainment system, which feels slightly dated, but it is almost on par with today's rivals, which have a slightly much more modern layout. We're happy to see the instrument cluster here retaining its dials, which are of course analog, and you can see a lot of features here. TPMS is also part of it, and press the home button here, and then you can just see the tachometer, the range and fuel gauge that I showed you. Speed and time is also visible like this. Then you can see the G meter here, and you can see safety and support, which is called the ADAS, and you have collision mitigation, road departure mitigation, which is basically tells you that there is the vehicle that is moving ahead, and you need to catch up with it, which works really well. If you're occupied on your phone in a very long traffic jam, it will tell you please move ahead, the traffic is moving. Your passenger doesn't need to tell you that. So there has been a time where the passenger as well as the car has notified me exactly at the same time. So this feature works really well. What else do you have? Well, you have in settings, we've already shown you all of this in the original Honda City's review video. It remains the same. You can customize the display. You can see whatever you want here, and which is also a fantastic option. So this becomes sort of a virtual cockpit that you see in much bigger luxury cars. So this is actually quite brilliant. The AC controls are physical. Some buttons here are also physical. You get all these options. The fonts, the graphics, the colors could have been much more modern, but in terms of responsiveness, it is top notch. You've got the best touch response, the best buttons, they work really well. It's a Honda after all, everything is very sensible, and needless to say, the quality of this cabin is far more superior than all its rivals. The way the leather steering feels, the way the buttons feel and look, it just gives you a very solid impression of a very high quality luxury car that is still here, and that is very good to see with the additional features on offer. You got rain sensing wipers as well now on the Honda City. What is still missing is power and ventilated seats, which is surprising, but nevertheless it is a very high quality cabin over its rivals. It maintains its price also along with its rivals, so you're getting a little bit more and you're getting something that you expect from a Honda, quality. So that's that. You get this amount of space here. AC works really well. Steering is adjustable for reach and rake both, which is a Honda thing, and it's great to see. IRVM frameless automatic. Sunroof is on offer as well. It's a small one, of course, and yeah, we're really impressed with what the cabin has to offer, but at the same time we are missing the seats feature, such as the ventilation and the power. At least the driver side would have gotten one, would have been brilliant. Honda had some space to, you know, even increase the price and offer those things, because the rivals also do that at similar price. But what you get only in the Verna and in the Honda City is ADAS features that have been added in this car, like I told you. So there is something which the Germans don't have yet, and it is almost on par with its rivals, that for sure, when it comes to the interior quality, the interior features. But the quality is definitely step above all its rivals, and we're happy to see that Honda has an edge even in the even in a market like this, even in a situation like this, and in the category as well. So that is one of the reasons why you never fail to see a brand new Honda City on the roads, because it impresses a lot of customers. How is it like to drive? Are there any changes done to the engine, suspension and everything? Let's find out. So guys, we're out driving the Honda City petrol automatic in quite heavy rains, and how is it like to drive? Well, it is exactly what it is earlier, and this makes the same 115 bhp of power, almost 149 Newton meters of torque, and it is something that continues to be very refined, excellent at drivability. I'm doing 50 kilometers an hour right now, which is at 1100 rpm in the city, with the CVT and the eco mode activated. It is trying to deliver maximum fuel efficiency while providing me with excellent low end torque for city driving, and that I think is a job well done. It requires minimum a throttle input, and it gets the job really well done. You've got good mid-range and excellent top end as well, so that we've always had this complaint where the low end torque doesn't feel just right. Well, it doesn't if you are asking more from the throttle, but if you keep your pace, if you keep your throttle input steady and increase it slowly, you will have enough torque to move ahead all the time. If you truly want to floor it, which I think I can, it becomes very dramatic. It creates a lot of noise. It gives you a lot of mid-range and definitely a lot of top-end power once you cross the 5,000 RPM mark, and it pushes all the way till 7,000 RPM red line, and makes you realize that you are truly driving a micro F1 engine from the 90s, because the way it sounds in lower decibel, and it feels so similar to those engines. That is one of the reasons why we old school enthusiasts still have found a reason to love this car, because it is something that you will really, really like. Let's get it out of eco mode. Doing 100 kilometers an hour in no time, and this is something that you really enjoy in this car. The naturally aspirated engine, bringing all the 4 cylinders to an absolute red line, and it picks up pace also quite well. This is something that you enjoy all the time if you want to, but if you truly want to relax, dial it down. It will be really calm, really relaxed, because it's a CVT. There is no headbanging of gears or anything. It is just a continuous variable transmission. That is what a CVT is called, and this the Honda City delivers quite well. All of this helps it get good fuel efficiency as well. We've been driving it just around for a month. We've been getting tank to tank 14 kilometers per liter and 17 kilometers per liter on the highway. So those are very good numbers. We expect a little bit more, but nevertheless, we are impressed with these numbers. We've been driving it as sanely as possible, and with a bit of flooring here and there. So that is a very good number for us. You can get a little bit more also if you drive sanely 100% of the time, which a lot of people do in the Honda City, and that is why they get very good fuel efficiency from a car of this size, which is great. And that's what the engine is about. Good drivability, good performance, could have been better, and certainly good great fuel efficiency as well. In terms of handling, ride quality and stability, well, ride quality as always is brilliant with the Honda City. It feels poised, relaxed, and takes the bumps quite well in its own fashion. It is not like any other car in the segment. Everybody ends up copying the City and not in the segment. And but the stability is also good enough. It could have been better at really high speeds, which you don't do every day. But the steering is light and precise. It gets heavier on the highway as well, so you get the confidence to drive this car fast. You can drive it at 120 kilometers an hour all day long, no problem whatsoever. The brakes are also good. Could have been a bit more powerful, but then again, given the performance, they do the job pretty well. What else can I tell you? While driving, I noticed the fact that the road noise and wind noise in the car still continues to be a little bit higher, and the engine refinement, of course, is very spot on. This I noticed while driving like this, talking to you, and with the radio off. If I get the radio on, it's not much of a problem. But then some people also do what I do, and they will tell you that the road and wind noises is a bit higher. I guess that covers the engine handling, refinement, and how the car drives and what it tells you while you're driving it. We're impressed with what the Honda City has to offer as always. A very high quality cabin, a very subtle and experience while driving the car overall, with good numbers all around in terms of performance, in terms of fuel efficiency. Of course, the performance could have been better. We're waiting for a turbo engine to come someday. I've been waiting for that since the 4th generation, because that's when the engine was showcased globally. And with this facelift, Honda has upped the game. The pricing is just right. It is on par with the Virtus and Slavia 1-liter petrol engines. It is on par with the Verna. With the kind of quality you get, with the upgraded features that you get, the Honda City remains quite popular. And this is one of the reasons why, because it has gotten more features. It feels much more value than before. It's got Honda's reliability. It's got good numbers, good refinement, and good quality over all its rivals. And most importantly, a fantastic chauffeur driven experience that you can have with this car, which you can't with others in this segment. This tells you why the Honda City still continues to do good numbers, even if the competition has amped up suddenly and surprisingly with the introduction of 2 new cars and 1 updated car. So this is the reason why. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like, share and subscribe. Follow us on our social media channels and website for everyday updates. Until then, goodbye.